Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. MashaAllah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad. Khayru khalqi ajma'in. Ya Rabb. Madad ya Sayyidi. Shaykh Hashem, honor Shaykh Hashem, Allah bless him. Raise him higher and higher. Makes us to be with him. I saw an old talk by him, 2013 or 2014. I think just after Malana Sheikh heard the next world with his presence, shall we say. It was saying that knowledge is not enough. Knowledge is not enough. Because unless you're able to act on that knowledge, you can't go anywhere with that knowledge. So Quran said, why you say what you don't do? Especially heavy on the speaker. We're thinking, I'm going to talk about this topic. We reached that. Another topic. What about you reached that? No. It's only a something theory. Ilmu huruf or ilmu dhawq, one used to say. Knowledge of books and pages, knowledge of tasting, to experience. He said what set Grand Sheikh apart from other scholars or lecturers was that he never spoke about anything unless he experienced it. He would enter into it and travel each new station, travel its length and breadth, and then he would speak up. How far away we were. You hear the stories of the Awliya, you become ashamed. We can't do what they did. Maulana Sheikh Nazim was speaking to a group in 1992, or 91 or 92, California, or New Mexico. New Age people, non-Muslim people. He said, all of you interested in meditation. Everyone now is interested in meditation. He said, given exercise is so easy. Began to explain, awake after midnight, take a shower, put on clean clothes that's not used for anything else, to sit 40 days till colors begin to appear. Concentrate on your heart. And then a second 40 days, and then a third. A fourth, leave yourself behind up to 9 40 days. It's 1 year. 9 times 40 is to sit every night, take a shower, put and sit. It's so easy exercise. I did it one time. I think I did something big. Not every night for it. 360 days. Grand Sheikh was in seclusion for 7 years, 5 years. 1 year, 2 years. Heavy training. So we have to be ashamed to go over our level and thankful at the same time that someone so great can, how did he describe it? Tanzilu Subhani. Tanzilu Subhani, the glorious descension. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he can support universes and he can support an ant. or a flea, or a mosquito, or an atom. No pride. Who support for the greatest in creations and the smallest. Awliya is like that. So some gave the example, they used to have the Concorde, the supersonic plane, until it started to crash and they scrapped it. But it's when the elite come, they have their special runways, special. No, Awliya are able to come anywhere. We're thanking to Allah, He made such an arrangement from His greatness that they're able to support even a humble meeting. Doesn't have to be a grand assembly of the elite. The people, they come and they support with their kindness and their what's needed. What's going to be shohrat? Fame. Who can be famous in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Who can? Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, they used to say about him, he can read your thoughts. He could know what people are thinking. If you came into his presence, you would be on your guard. Yeah, everything. The first time I went to see him, my friend Ahmed Winter told me about it. I used to fight. Why you want to go there? Finally, it was my turn. In those days, you could take a credit card, go to the airport, get on a plane. There was no terrorism. There was no TSA. There was nothing. I went, landed in London, Heathrow. I found my way to the tube, the subway, called the tube. You know what they call it now, metro or something. And as we're going, get off at such this manor house with this stuff. But all of a sudden, I became hyper aware of my thoughts. Normally we think whatever we think. Oh, it just goes. We don't have to listen to it. We think it and we're not dissociative. People on the plane were discussing, say, I dissociate. It was dissociated. Now you became associated. Oh my goodness. Then it seemed to me as if everybody could read my thoughts. Walking down the street, broadcasting. So embarrassed. Till I reached Maulana Sheikh's place, Ramadan Bey. It's there. I don't know if you met Ramadan Bey, Turkish guy. He's the one who signed the deed for Yakova lands. Sheikh Hashem persuaded him to sign that deed, and it turned out that synagogue had a huge cemetery worth millions of pounds attached to it. The deed cemetery became worth. He went to make a sadaqah and he got it. He said he was a tough. Came in the door of Green Lanes. Want to see Sheikh Nazim? What for? And meanwhile, my thoughts are broadcast. I'm already reduced to a vegetable state. Went upstairs. Saw the Sheikh. First time he was in Sajda. We came up to the 3 flat. The 3rd floor, and open on the little room where we were praying. I never saw praying before. The Sheikh was dressed in green. Sajda, he came up. And I began. My thoughts continued. I don't speak Turkish. He was speaking to Turkish people around him. began to get the idea. He was saying to the other people, this one lady was pouring tea. He said, "You see this poor fellow who came to visit us today? He's going to be murdered in a couple hours. There's nothing we can do for him. We make him happy. Bring some sorba soup." This is what I'm thinking they're saying. I was convinced of it. They brought the soup. I'm eating this. Finally, Mullah Sheikh, he stood up. He looked at me. He said, "You can think all kinds of thoughts. Remember this. Good thoughts and bad thoughts. Don't sign it. Don't sign it. Don't think your thoughts are reality. Just because you thought it doesn't mean it's true or it's reality." And now, more and more, we're in that world. What's reality? I like to watch YouTube videos. They say, "Won't pray for me." Why? My son is taking my phone when I fall asleep and watching YouTube videos. You're still doing? Yeah. Which one was doing? Watching YouTube videos all night. I say, "I can't pray for him." Why? Because I'm also watching YouTube videos. You say what you don't do. I say, "Don't do it." I'm doing it. And I have a certain way of thinking. I have certain things I like to watch. Everybody has their favorite things that they watch or listen to. And as a result, I have a certain, if you read the Times, you feel one way. If you read the Post, you feel another way. I'm reading my daughter the opposite. I saw talking the other day. I say, "You know, such and such." "No, that's all fake." I said, "What is fake?" "No, in her world, it's fake." I said, "It's impossible." I went to Google and said, "We have to know which is true and which is false." How we can do it? Google, is this true or false? Came to an answer. Half of them said it's true. Half said, no, they're lying, it's false. How are we going to know? How to know? Which I don't know which propaganda is going to. Either they're poisoning my daughter's mind or poisoning my mind. How they can poison this glorious mind? Eh? The Sheikh used to say, everybody, human beings, is the characteristic to be jealous, envious each other. Envy is different from jealousy a little bit. Envy is somebody else has something you wanted. For everything. You got a better car, you got a better wife, you got a better job, you got a better position, you got it. People jealous, all generally. Except for one thing. Brains. Everybody thinks, when they were handing out brains, I got the best one. In fact, I got all of it. And I'm seeing nobody else got any. Everyone idiot except me. And everybody's looking like that. Therefore, he said, think what you want, but don't sign it. It means there's another reality we didn't reach to yet. SubhanAllah, we didn't see how reality is. Like Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi, Allah bless him. He's mentioned this only to attract his nazar to our faith, for our meeting for the honor of Grand Sheikh. He was talking about time. We're in a moment. What's a moment in Arabic? Walked. In a walked, a moment. You can't define a moment. It's between the past and the future. Sheikh used to say, we're moving. The past already went. We can't get it back. The future is coming. I'm going to catch it. Boom, it's past us already before. So quickly. And each moment is by itself. How small is that moment? Element. He said it's not connected to the past or the future. Each one is a self-sustained moment. Some Awliya said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating the creation again and again and again and again, instantly, complete with everything, including the memory of having been born. Where are we? Where are we? We fell into it. We're not like the Awliya. They were seeing different existence differently from us. We see in a certain way, they escape from that. A different world. What they reached from months and weeks and years in seclusions. They left this world and the way of looking at it like the rest of us. What we're seeing, we didn't imagine it. Worried about this or that or this or that. There is no this or that. What is making? The Creator is making, creating the creation endlessly. Opening, only sustaining it for as long as he likes. Until each creation comes into being as much as he wants and goes out. Nothing can be forever. Each moment is a moment through the presence of the Creator that he created that moment and everything in it, including ourselves. Who's thinking? Like Hashem said to me, I keep coming back to this. He sent a test on me. When I was living in Michigan, he sent Isaac one day. I used to be the treasurer at the beginning. There were some people donating money from the center of Michigan. So we take the money, endorse the check on the back, write checks to myself, cash the checks. Finally, Shaykh said, what are you doing? The tax, they're going to come for you. You're cashing the check, you're writing the check, you're doing it to make the fun. I was the only person, so he took over. Now he's doing the books. And I had to come for, I need a bag of corn for the sheep. Well, we can't do corn. It was a fight between the office and the farm. As far as I could shut the office, we need hay for the sheep. That's important. Because my associates is the sheep. They don't care about the office. They want their food. Interested in Islamic politics. He said, Isaac, the bookkeeper, said, Alaikum, Alaikum salam. You know, Shaykh? I said, what? He said, things are a little tight this month. I don't know how things are. I used to write the checks. It was a little tight. The propane, again, we used to use propane in the tank for heating and cooking. We can't pay that anymore. You'll have to pay it. Where am I paying? Sheep are paying me. I tried to bribe a goat one time. Goat came to the fence. Being a scientist, I took a quarter. The goat looked at me, put its teeth on it, looked up at me. What's that? It's money. Okay, so we'll pay it. The curry. And was going to turn to go and said, oh, also, it's a little tight this month. Yeah. We have to turn off the lights. You could have this one bulb. Okay. Too much light anyway. Fighting myself with the tiny limit that I'm able to do. First to go. One other thing. What is that? Omar is going to use your living room as his office now. Yeah. Blew up completely. I went up to the house. There's a saying, a proverb. Familiarity breeds contempt. You know that one? Familiarity breeds contempt. If you just visit lightly, or if you're there every day, all the adab goes off. Went up to see Sheikh Nazim to Sheikh Hashem to unload. Came into his living room and he's sitting and he's laughing. He said, "What took you so long?" Huh? What took you so long? I was surprised you lasted that. He said, "Come back to your original size." He was puffed up with anger. Come back to your original size. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. You have to know every moment, going back to that walked moment, you're alone in your Lord's presence. I didn't understand. It was a big thing he was saying. It was a meditation, it was everything. You're alone in your Lord's presence and he's showing you what he wants to show you. How do you know what you're seeing? What you're hearing. I'm seeing one thing, my daughter is seeing the other thing, and we're forming our life on the basis of what we saw. If you try and say, no, they're lying, no, they're therefore, Sheikh Muhyiddin used to advise people, if you see somebody doing something you don't like, something wrong, don't say, if it was me, I would have done differently. No, if it was you, you would have done the same thing. You don't know the circumstances of the other person's action. You can't see it from his side. You see it on your side. Awliya are not even seeing from their side. They left it and found themselves in Allah's presence. In that walk, that moment, that who can know what's that? Prophet found himself where he's going up. Where is up for Kabos Kosenyo Adam? Sidhu Munta. They took a DC 777 past Sidhu Muntaha to the divine presence. Where's up? Where is it up there? Where? Where is an Alpha Centauri? Where is on the moon? Oh. We think when we're sitting in 4 directions. Sit for meditating, for instance. I'm going to meditate. Above me, behind me, on the right, on the left, all around. You forgot up. Huh? You forgot down. Down is earth. What's under earth? As he said, bull. Washing, yeah. What's under that bull? A rock. Pigeon. What's under the rock? A whale. What's under the whale? An ocean. What's under the ocean? The power of Allah. And I'm sitting on the ground thinking I'm sitting on the ground, I'm seeing everything. No. What's that bull? What's that rock? What's that whale? What's that ocean? Something we're not seeing or imagining. We're sitting in an unimaginable situation created by the Creator. Allah made this. He's filled with what can't be imagined. You see a beautiful artwork, intricate. Oh, the artist was. Allah is the Sibghatullah. The actual artist is Allah. How many layers, how many complexities it's doing. It's only like we imagine. 2 or 3 things and 4 dimensions only. Huh? I can think 4 dimensions. What can Allah do? Just imagine. Where are we? Where are we? No one thinking like that. Shaykh was trying to crack the shell of our think what you want, but don't sign it. We signed it completely. Every one of us signed the document and stamped it and filed it with the assessor's office. So, Rabbi Arini Ashya Kamahiya, said Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad. So let me see things as they really are. Don't we don't know. Allah ya'lamu ma khalaq. Does he not know what he created? Latif. Latif. What's the limit of his subtlety? Khabir. What's the limit of his awareness and knowing? He described the actions of Awliya. Someone put on the internet, maybe last week, that Shah Naqshband, Bahauddin Naqshband, pillar of Naqshbandi Tariq, he was given Powerful Khaliqa, one of his titles, the helper of the creation. What does it mean? On the Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, he said, like those miners in Chile a few years ago, they were 2 miles deep or 8 miles deep in the earth in a mine, and it collapsed on them. Help, he needs more than help. Help is more than help. Someone helped them. They came out. He was given a power to look at the whole creation. 330 times, every moment, every second, everything they need, everything. What you need, what I need, what they need, what a mosquito needs, what a galaxy needs, what a volcano needs, what a star cluster needs, what a black hole needs, what a tornado needs, what a hurricane needs, looking at the creation, an unimaginable power. He was a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Someone gave him that power. What about the one who gave it? If someone is given a badge and a gun and they have an authority, what about the one who gave it? We're weak servants. We're weak servants. And we're asking our Lord to open the hard shell of our awareness, or consciousness, or worldview, or what we're occupied with. Open it. Every softball comes back to that. Mulana Shaykh said, use the power of belief. Unu Rabbaniyin. What's Rabbaniyin? They opened it. Allah took them to lights. The beginning to call on holy people. Why meant to mention Shah Naqshband or Wahid ibn Arabi to show off? No, we're asking those people have been given lights to take you to their oceans. We can't carry, but it's something. Step by step. Shaykh Shabran, what's the dua? Shabran, Daran. Hand by hand, arm by arm. I think it's in the one of the Fatiha duas or one of the Bismillah Rahman Rahim dua. Step by step, inch by inch. It will take us to lights. That's what it means to be Rabbaniyin. Those who take lights, not just studying a book. The philosopher Aristotle used to say that each moment. No, to live it. To reach those lights, to come out from. Just use your belief power. It's a power we've been given. Oh, forgive us. Come to the same thing every time I go to speak. Come to a door, pounding on that door. One day it has to open. We hope one day it will open. Where is the help of Allah? Allah ya Nasrullahi Kareem. The help of Allah is near. Keep pounding on that door. One day it has to open. He said, either you'll be given something or you'll be taken inside. About Nahin to be taken inside. That's what we're asking. بحرمة الحبيب بحرمة الفاتحة. Amen. To give a talk or something, you're not qualified to give a talk like that. أشهد أن